Hello and welcome back to Michael's Japan Diaries. Last time we walked around along the river down there. Today we're going to take a different route because it's boring to just walk the same route every time, right? So we'll go this way. There's not actually anything in particular I want to show you here. It's just, to have a different environment for my talking head video here where the lighting is going to go all over the place. Anyway, we have entered the rainy season, as you can obviously see from this weather. They say that we have entered the rainy season. I don't know what that's based on. It is certainly warm and very, very humid. The humidity is typically around 80%. I think right now it's not that bad. It doesn't feel that bad. Probably because, whatever this weather is. But supposedly we have entered the rainy season 20 days earlier than normal, which is the second earliest on record for the northern part of Kyushu, where obviously, since I'm in Fukuoka, I'm in the northern part of Kyushu. It usually starts from the south and then moves up through the country. So Okinawa and the southern part of Kyushu entered the rainy season first, and then it came up here later. But even that was 20 days earlier than usual. Weather's like this, but it'll probably rain. Sorry, I was distracted. There was a cat there, but I couldn't find it as I walked past it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, enough talk about the weather. Let's see. Let's go this way. Enough talk about the weather. Let's talk about the situation. What the situation is like otherwise. So. About 2 weeks ago, they declared that Fukuoka would also be added to the list of places that have a state of emergency, because obviously the situation is still not great. So they had put a couple of stop being loud. They had put a couple of prefectures under a state of emergency, and about 2 weeks ago they announced that Fukuoka would also be added to that list, except only 1 week later. So as of now, it's been about 1 week since this state of emergency started. Nothing really changes, even though they call it a state of emergency. There are some guidelines in place. Let's just see if we can pass through here. There are some guidelines in place, like restaurants and bars are asked to close at 8 o'clock in the evening, I think, and there's something about serving alcohol. I don't know if they're completely banned from serving alcohol, or if it's just in the evening, or what it is, but there are a lot of bars and small izakayas around that just completely closed for the duration of the state of emergency, where usually they've actually just stayed open until 9 was the limit previously. Like 9 in the evening they had to close. But many places are actually just closing, and karaoke places are completely closed actually right now. I think that's also part of those rules. But besides that, nothing really changes if you're around the more crowded areas, which obviously, as you can see, this isn't. I barely even need my mask walking around here, but around the more crowded places, like around Hakata Station and whatever, there are still lots and lots of people, and nothing really different from usual. But it is a state of emergency, but just as it is the rainy season, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I feel like I had a couple of things that I want to talk about, but those were really the two main things that I wanted to say. And then just give you guys a bit of an update now that I already said that I would try to do that more often again. And also it's kind of nice to get out and get a bit of a walk sometimes, isn't it? Never mind the fact that I've already walked all over the place today, but let's see if we can go somewhere. Okay, so I realized there's not actually anything else that I want to talk about today, but I wanted to find a place to sit down and just talk to you here, but there was a park over there, but there were children running around playing all over the place, so that didn't really work. So I'm just basically standing here in the middle of the road, essentially, because it's a bridge. But anyway, yeah, that's really all I had to say this time, and so thank you for watching this quick little status update, and I'll be back at some point in the future with whatever update happened. Swoosh!